What's up, guys? Welcome to Just Some Weebs, episode 17. Today we will be discussing Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, the second half of it. My bad, the second half of it, y'all.
The ending.
But yeah, the ending. So, um, who wants to kick it off today? Who wants to kick it off?
My camera's probably gonna die in a second. I'm gonna have to switch the battery.
Okay, I switched battery. I guess I'll kick it off. Yeah. So you guys finished all of it. You guys got to see Diavolo, and I'm really want to know what your opinion is on him. If you guys could do some input.
He is not what I expected.
Yeah.
Diavolo, when you said he transformed, that's not what I expected. I didn't expect him to have split personalities and, become a whole different person. Well, first of all, the
Right, that part was every
weird.
time I was cracking my ass.
It was so fucking weird, and it's just like he went from some crazy, like literal cuckoo head to some female-looking character that was named Diavolo. In his stand, honestly, it didn't really seem like after he got shown. It's like after they found out who Diavolo was, it didn't really seem like Emperor Crimson did what he was doing before. He didn't seem as strong and as capable of defeating the whole, what's his name, Bacciarati's team.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Did when he, was fucking up Bacciarati in the little church temple place, whatever it was called.
Right.
But I feel like he just got, I wouldn't say nerfed, but it was just high. I had high expectations, and I kind of fell short for me for Diavolo.
All right.
You guys agree with me, or?
I
To
thought
some
he was
extent.
really cool bad guy. Like I think he's one of my favorite, probably my favorite villain from JoJo so far, just because he's so crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, he definitely, like when he first got introduced, I thought he was going to be like a force to reckon with, which he kind of was, but I thought he was going to be a lot more badass than he was. And then he kind of just like, hides in bodies the whole time. He never really, feel like fully fights them. He's always just kind of trying to stay in the shadows and not like, like full like contact,
Yeah.
That makes
Out
sense.
of all of the villains in JoJo's, I feel the most bad for him because this kid just got cursed with like the nastiest stand.
Mm-hmm.
And like him as a person actually isn't a bad person. It's just his split personalities that aren't really him that kind of take him over.
Right.
Like if he didn't have this stand, he'd probably be a pretty decent dude. But like, oh my gosh, like he just got cursed with like the worst stand, the worst. Like I think he has like definitely has a split personality disorder as well, like or multiple
Right.
personality disorders. So like this one, I kind of had more sympathy for this person. But this is one thing really wanted to touch up with you guys on. Do you think that some of the characters were done a little dirty, like some of our favorite characters?
Right.
Yeah, one thing I didn't like was that Fugo wasn't brought. He wasn't, he didn't go with them. Like I felt like they just dropped him off.
Yeah.
In the series. And another character, and I've hated the way, what's his name, Narancia died.
Right. Yeah. That kind of
hurt me. That hurt me, man, because he was literally like he was one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in the whole Golden Wind series or season, and he really just got killed off the worst way possible. He wasn't even in his own body when he died, which was so trash. I forgot whose body he was in.
He was in Jorno's.
Jorno's. Yeah, Jorno's. He was in Jorno's body when he died, and it's just like, damn, man, damn. Lil Bomber is no more. Lil Bomber will not be bombing anymore.
Yeah, that death left some salt in my wounds for sure. Dude, I thought Fuego died. I didn't realize he left for a second. Like he was there and all of a sudden he was gone. I was like, wait, did I miss something? And I had to like go back an episode and I realized he just like stayed behind. He didn't want to go against the boss.
I swear.
I have a really crazy, because at first I did not like Fugo for doing that. I was like, dude, that's such, you let everyone down. You weren't there for your friends. But at the same time, I have to admit what he did was kind of logical, because he probably would have died if he went, because almost everyone did die.
Right.
Literally, like they, with such a slim margin of them winning.
Mhm.
And I think Fugo recognized that, and Bruno, Narcia died, and only Mister and Giorno lived.
Dude, wasn't Trish still alive though?
Trish,
Yeah, well, Trish too, yeah. But the whole crew, like the actual like crew, the gang,
yeah, like
originally,
Abakio,
yeah, everyone just died except Mista and Giorno. Which, by the way, do you think I was actually gonna make a video about this, but I never got around to it. Do you think that Mista had a little bit of plot armor? Because I was like, out of everyone who lived, like Mista survived much.
I would definitely say that.
Shot in the head like
More
6
damage.
times.
Like it's just like he was on the verge of death so many times,
Right.
and he always somehow just managed to come through and just win every fight he was on the verge of death with.
Right. Or not even win the fight himself, just get shot in the head, and then somebody else comes and
Yeah.
finishes the bad guy off, and then he just like stays alive. Or like hangs on to life long enough for Giorno to come and heal him. I still love him though. Misto was like,
no, he's the fucking best character.
he was my second favorite this season. My first favorite was actually Risotto, Nero. I thought Metallica was such a cool stand.
Oh no, Metallica is such a sick stand. Did I show you that music
Yes,
video I
we
showed
got.
you with that the Whiplash, that Metallica Whiplash song with him fighting
The
Diavolo?
way Metallica
That'd
died
be sick. I didn't see that.
pissed me
Oh,
off.
I'll have to show you that. I sent it in the chat.
Oh, you
The
did?
way
I must have seen it.
Metallica died pissed me off, man.
Yeah, dude, I
like,
didn't think he was gonna die. Like that was
he
such
was
a
winning the fight.
right. And then
He
there's
was
just
winning the fight.
little bomber comes out of nowhere. Was so like I was kind of confused at that fight. At that moment, was like, was he going to team up with like Giorno?
No. Okay, so what happened was, so Bruno's team was looking for, enemies, enemy stand users when they were entering the island
right.
country, and had Metallica fighting. What was Diavolo's split personality's name?
Doppio or something.
Doppo. Or was it Doppio?
Yeah, he was fighting him, and basically, the reason why Diavolo or Doppio wasn't getting shot, or didn't get shot, was because Metallica literally took out all the oxygen out of his blood. So he was technically not living or not breathing when Lil Bomber came and shot Metallica.
Right. But they were like both trying to like Basharati and his whole group, and then Risotto were all looking for the boss. So like, I was kind of hoping that they were going to team up, because I mean, up until this point, the boss, like Diavolo, seemed like he was going to be so badass, like it was going to take everybody to defeat him. And then I was like, got my hopes up. I was like, oh, Nero's going to like join the crew. Metallica's so badass. And then nope, he just gets canned so hard, so quickly.
I wouldn't say Green Day. In my opinion, I wouldn't say Green Day was the strongest enemy stand user in like the
you think Green Day?
Yeah, enemy stand user. I would say Metallica was honestly stronger than Green Day.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
If Metallica fought Bruno's team, I feel like he would have done a lot more in terms of effect than, because his stand was fucking broken.
Like, I think his is honestly the most overpowered. I mean, like
having razors coming out of your mouth, I don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying stand, and I feel like they executed Metallica perfectly, except for the way he died. That was
that was a fluke, honestly. I honestly think he wouldn't have died if it wasn't for Little Bomber coming up behind. Like, he beat the boss. He would have killed him if it wasn't for Little Bomber.
Am I the only one who felt uncomfortable with the way the blood looked without the oxygen? Like, it was just pure
it's like orange.
Like, it was
like rusty.
Yeah, it just looked fucking weird, and it was just, I don't really know.
Right.
Like, he had some damn infection.
Right. I think Risotto had the coolest like character design too. He looks so sick with red eyes.
I wanted to cosplay him. I wanted to cosplay him in Diavolo.
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
What's the name from Stardust Crusaders? Stardust Crusaders.
Palmeroth.
No,
Oh.
I know he was in. I also want to talk about him being in
Yeah.
Golden Wind, but the one that was with Joseph from the beginning that died. The one with the brown one.
Abdul.
What's his name?
Abdal.
Is it Abdul? Abdul. Yeah,
Abdul.
I was thinking about cosplaying as Abdul.
Abdal. Okay, that'd be cool.
But
Mr. Magician's Red, right?
yeah, Magician's Red. But yeah, let's talk about Polnareff being in Golden Wind. That was honestly so unexpected,
Yeah.
and I wanted to see more of what's his name from
Koichi.
yeah.
I was hoping he was gonna come back the whole season, and then he just doesn't.
Yeah, he just disappeared. Like,
I don't really get what his purpose of being there was if he's not gonna, if he's only gonna be in like the first 2 episodes.
honestly, and it was just a little, it was a bummer because I really like Koichi and I wanted to see him be incorporated in the season a lot more with Act 3.
I think the Reverb Act 3 is like one of my favorite stands just because of the voice.
S-H-I-T.
Yeah.
Do you think that Polnareff was done a little dirty?
Yeah, I was pissed because like I was so happy for like the cameo of like when he like first appears and you see his head and then you realize he's just like completely destroyed and shattered and I was like, oh, okay, all right, that kind
Diavolo
of
just took him out. Like,
yeah.
I mean, can we talk about Golden Wind Requiem? How fucking cool that stand! Like, it looked weird, but it was also a cool design in the stand because it looked completely not what I expected it to look like. Silver Chariot, you can still tell it was Silver Chariot when it was in its Requiem form.
Right.
Golden Wind looked completely different in its Requiem form. And what do you guys think about the transformation that Golden Wind had when he went into Requiem?
Right. I think the whole Requiem thing was kind of confusing because in Diamonds Unbreakable, like Reverb evolved on its own and like stands were kind of gaining new abilities and evolving on their own, and it seemed like they kind of took that into Golden Wind, but they made it now like you have to be stabbed by the arrow to evolve into like a Requiem form, but like maybe they're not the same thing. It just seemed like they kind of took the same idea then like altered it slightly.
But you got to remember, in the beginning, Koichi was still stabbed by an arrow.
Oh, he was, right? Yeah.
So do you think that also has play in the transformation?
I hope that they clear that up, and that would make sense. That would clear up all the confusion I have. Because he did get stabbed.
He did get stabbed by the arrow, but the way the arrow just went up, did it go up Giorno's arm or did it go up Golden Wind's arm? I don't remember.
I can't remember. I think it went up. Yeah, I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I think it went up Giorno's arm, but it looks so weird, just like crawling, like damn arrow. Like it looked like a snake crawling to my arm, but it wasn't a snake. You knew it was an arrow, and I'm not gonna lie, Golden Wind Requiem was a fucking cheat code. Like, just went ultra instinct in Jojo, and I think he got like a crazy buff for no reason. And
right.
Diavolo just got fucked after that. Like there was just no time. I thought because there was an extra episode, there was gonna be a final fight where
right.
Diavolo fought. Like Diavolo came back stronger. Like he had some final form, like Frieza full power form. And because I remember Diavolo being like spuffed at one point in time, and I thought that's what he was going to transform into, but he never did. And then, the last episode was kind of, what is this episode even here for? It just felt kind of like forced and like empty. Like there was no reason why that final episode was there.
The last 2 episodes were kind of weird.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
the
That's
stone and whatnot. I was like,
true.
I guess this kind of adds some backstory to the whole
Yeah.
process. But
Yeah, I actually really did kind of like the ending, because especially with what they did with Jorno, even though it did seem like he kind of got a huge buff, but I felt like Jorno's like at that point kind of truly discovered who he was, and we got to actually see a lot of development as him as a character, and I feel like that kind of brought out more of his stand ability, because throughout most of it he was probably one of the more quiet, less
right.
well-spoken characters, especially compared to like Mista and Bruno and Narncia. Like they just usually had a lot more substance to them, and then Jorno kind of showed more of like that towards the end, because Jorno's character was always him kind of trying to find out who he was and not being sure of certain things, because he's like, he's part Jonathan Joestar, part
Right.
Dio, and it was kind of like crossing in between that, and then towards the end he truly like became the hero.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Yeah, I can't say anything in response to that because you just summed it up perfectly. Did you guys see the little clip at the end where Jono was like, I think it was a capo in that little ending scene of the Golden Wind, where he was sitting in a chair, and I think somebody was like fanning him or feeding him or rubbing his feet or something like that. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And Mista opened up the window, so like the wind will blow in his face. Did you see that kind of or no?
Yeah,
I
saw
don't think
that.
I did see that.
Okay. He like
Was
his
it like
whole
after the
outfit was
credits
like
or
black.
something?
Yeah, it was like a. You remember the last? Are you still watching? Are you watching? What do you call it? Damn, why my mind is just fucking. But yeah. Anyway, because my mind I just had a brain fart.
Right.
Yeah, Jorno's whole outfit became black, and it was like he looked a lot more, boss badass like than he did before with the pink heart in the middle.
Right.
He didn't look very intimidating, but before at the end he looked intimidating. So
yeah.
I mean, I think part of the reason why Jorno was so badass is because they took the Mudas to another level in Golden Wind. Like when he's just rapid firing his fist, it's like we've seen that before with Star Platinum and Diamond, Shining Diamond, but Golden Wind is just like, dude, you have like some parts where it's like 30 seconds straight of just Mudas. I don't know how you're supposed to compete with that.
Yeah, I know.
He went off. He just kept punching him, and he would not stop.
That was badass.
Oh yeah, no, it was a really good conclusion, because like before, even though like Jorno had that huge buff, showing more of what his stand was, I'm not gonna lie, Diavolo was pretty fucking. King Crimson was pretty damn OP when Diavolo was actually like in his full form.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a pretty damn OP stand ability, and like they were screwed for a while. Like they were just screwed.
Right, they had to do some kind of power up. There was no way to beat him.
I feel like there was other ways. I feel like he wasn't he was strong at the beginning, but towards the end he just wasn't that strong. And I don't even think Golden Wind really needed to become Requiem in order to beat Diavolo, because Diavolo was already at the edge. And he was like trying. He was more in the defense than he was on the offense, just trying to get the arrow, because he knew that in order to win, he needed the arrow, or he needed the arrows in order to win. So, even without Golden Wind becoming Golden Wind Requiem or getting the transformation, they still would have won that fight. He just got a crazy buff and literally made it have no chance in order of Diavolo winning the fight.
So where did the arrows originate from? I feel like I kind of like over these last couple of seasons, I've like
It was Egypt.
You are?
I think it was Egypt where Dio was.
So did he create them, or like why? Where did the power of the arrows like?
I think the old lady did.
The old lady did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Because it seems like these arrows are just so powerful that like they're like game changers, and it's weird that like she could just create that power.
Yeah, what I want to know is how did the arrow become gold? Like what makes the gold one so special? Like they go from like the regular, stand arrow to becoming the gold special requiem arrow. So
Right. I feel like they didn't really say that.
Yeah, I think there was an explanation. That's a good question. I'd have to go back and look more into that because there's certain things in part 5 that I went back and watched a few episodes that I totally forgot about or didn't pick up on. I had to go back and they kind of did give that information, but there was kind of a lot more information going on there, especially with part 5. I think compared to other JoJo's parts, like this one was a more technical arc.
Mhm. Right.
yeah, no, definitely. This season is a lot more technical than the other ones. You have to actually pay attention, watch, and listen in order to know what's going on. Like it's funny because my girlfriend hated like the first part of JoJo, and she was actually sitting down and watching some of the episodes of JoJo, and I actually saw like the first 2 episodes on my recent history on Crunchyroll. I'm like, wait, hold on, I didn't watch that. And I asked her, did she go and watch the first 2 episodes on my Crunchyroll? And she said, yeah. And I was like, wow. If you keep that from Golden Wind, you have to actually, start from the beginning. But, you got to respect that even if she didn't start from the beginning, she still found Golden Wind a lot better than the original JoJo. So,
Oh yeah.
I just wish, all the JoJos all together were as of the same quality and, of the same, quality of, watchability, I guess that's a word.
Yeah. Well, it's just crazy with JoJo's because every part is so much different than each other. Like each part's like a completely different anime from one another.
Definitely.
Right. Especially when, pre-stand to stands. I mean, like, Harmon isn't even really like a thing anymore.
No,
Like,
no.
I
it's
remember
not.
the last time that was
Not about
used.
that.
Yeah, the last time that was used was like when Joseph was fighting in Stardust Crusaders at like one point, and then he's like, "Yeah, that doesn't do anything once you have a stand."
Stands.
Like,
I love how JoJo's just started incorporating stands, and then that just like throughout the rest of the series, it's just all about stands now. Even if you what was the JoJo's game? The JoJo's Eye of the what the fuck was it called again?
I didn't
was
know there was a JoJo's game.
Yeah, there's a JoJo's game. It has all the characters, even up until part 8, and every character besides from the beginning, like every character that's not from part 1 and 2, it's just like stand user,
Really?
and then like the beginning, it's just as Jonathan and Joseph, and just like has them.
Is it like a fighting game? Like
Yeah, it's like a fighting game. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Joestar or not Joestar. Shonen, what was it called? The Shonen
J Stars?
J Stars, yeah, but more I would call it Joe Stars because it was like J Stars, but just with all JoJo's characters.
JoJo's characters.
That's what I call it, Joe Stars.
That's funny.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Hamon, and they really pulled Naruto with the how they use the hand signs. They completely like stopped using hand signs a lot. It with
One Piece and hockey.
Yeah. And Hamon just became irrelevant after the first 2 seasons. And
Right.
yeah,
Well, I mean, the
see
new characters
why.
don't even know what it is. Like Gerardo, he doesn't know what it is. We don't talk about it anymore. And what happened to the Speedwagons? I missed the Speedwagons.
They talked about them in the beginning of the season. Like I think that's why Koichi was there. He was there on like a Speedwagon mission.
Yeah, the Speedwagon Foundation.
And did Speedwagon died, right? Speedwagon died.
The original one did, yeah. Because he was back with Jonathan.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was old. Oh man, Speedwagon was legendary. That's like one of the only things I like about the original JoJo.
Yeah.
Speedwagon. He was a legendary being.
Speedwagon.
But, yeah. So, what anime are you guys thinking about watching after JoJo? Because I got recommendations.
I do too. I have some recommendations. Mine, I will have to say this because I think we talked about this like a long time ago. But my video, the video I did on All Saints Street, that one kind of anime webcomic anime adaptation of that Chinese comic. I think we should watch that because we can get it's only an hour long and you can just like binge through it in like an hour the whole series. And I think the second season's coming out soon or is coming out. But yeah, my video on that just blew up recently. Like it has it's almost 500 likes, like 4,000 views. Like it just blew the fuck up recently.
What is that one about again?
Oh, it's Slice of Life, where it's about these two. It's the one where it has like the werewolf, the vampire.
Oh, right.
All living in like that household and like demon dudes, and yeah, it's really good though. It's probably one of the best short animated series I've ever seen.
What's it on?
It's just on YouTube.
YouTube. Okay, yeah, I'm currently watching Haikyuu. Have you seen Haikyuu, Eric?
No, I have not. I need to watch Haikyuu.
Yeah, you could do the first season of that. Maybe.
Let's do that, and let's see if we can fit in All Saint Street too.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only an hour long, I could definitely do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I know a lot of people here on my channel really like that one.
Yeah, I've never watched a sports anime before starting Haikyuu, and I gotta say, it's actually like it's so good. The characters are so sick.
Yeah, I heard it's like one of the best sports animes. One of my friends over here keeps telling me to watch it and talks about it, so I'll have to definitely add that in.
You guys, I know Connor's already watching it. You gotta watch it, Eric. Like I'm up to date with it, and you can never fall out of love with Haikyuu. Like you never.
I mean, I'm not generally like a slice of life person. It's like it definitely blends like shonen, slice of life, and like sports together really well. Like the characters are they're so well done.
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to. Is there a new episode of Jujutsu Kaisen out today?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't been watching the anime.
Yeah, coming up tomorrow. You haven't watched it. You haven't watched it, right, Connor?
I'm current on the manga. I've seen like a couple episodes of the anime, but
okay.
I haven't watched it all yet.
Gojo's what do you call it? Domain expansion looks so much better. Like they've done it perfectly.
They did a good job animating it.
Yeah. So and his eyes look a lot different than you would have thought. Like they're like a light blue.
Right. That's what I always kind of imagined his eyes being, is like a light blue. Whenever I do like a thumbnail, I always like highlight his eyes and I add like a blue filter to it.
Okay.
Who's the character in Jujutsu Kaisen? I keep forgetting who it is, but every time like I see a video pop up from you, Connor, you're always like, this guy's a fucking simp, and I just get in my misfeed.
Oh yeah, Toto.
Yeah, like I always see him and it's like blinking.
Yeah, Toto's a big dude. I love Toto.
Girls with big butts, man.
I love making those Toto thumbnails, dude.
Oh, it's just Toto.
Toto simp boy. Oh god.
Well, hey, an anime. I don't know, an anime a lot. Actually, this doesn't go for everyone because this doesn't go for. I guess this doesn't go for Sanji, but like when simping in anime, like usually pays off really well at the end at some point. I don't know. I think we went for it.
Well, Toto, he's kind of like a simp for this. Like, I don't know if you're current on it or not.
No, I'm not.
But he simps for this like famous singer.
No, okay, like famous.
He's like
singer.
A big fanboy. Yeah, he loves her.
Well, there's one of the things I like about anime is like they do different types of simps. Like for Sanji, I don't have any respect really for Sanji because he's just a pervert that can't get laid.
Yeah.
And like at least with other characters in anime, it's at least they have a good heart and they like someone for like not shallow reasons, and there's things behind it that advances in the plot. But like characters like Sanji, I just don't really have respect for them.
Yeah,
and how they treat women.
Huge pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, since we're talking about Sanji and One Piece, Sanji is like a failed Jiraiya. Like just all he is a perv. Like he had no character development just in terms of his personality. He started off as a perv and he still is a perv.
Yeah, and he just likes girls based on their looks. Like anytime he sees a hot girl, oh yes, I love you. Like anytime he just sees like a hot girl. So like no respect for those kind of fucking simps.
Like Jiraiya, different. Like Jiraiya, Naruto executed Jiraiya perfectly because he wasn't only known as a perfect sage, but he had such a relationship. Like the fans, I don't know a single person that did not love Jiraiya.
Oh yeah, Jiraiya was great.
And the way his relationship with Naruto, how he knew when to be serious and when not, then when he can be a perv. And it's just like Sanji is just
I will say that he gets some good development once you get to like the whole cake arc.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
Once you get to
Sanji,
the Big Mama arc.
Yeah. Oda actually revealed that Sanji is his least favorite Straw Hat.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, really? He's not my least favorite out of the crew. Definitely by a long shot, not. But like, judging by the writing, I was like, okay, I can kind of see maybe why, like how you've made him like an incel throughout like all these years and shit. Like, I can kind of see how he's your least favorite character now. Because you do not do him justice in that department.
I don't mind Sanji, honestly. He'd probably be like my third favorite Straw Hat.
Yeah, he's like my fourth or third.
Yeah. Well, how far are you? You're up to Wano, right?
Yeah, I'm up to Wano.
Well, I guess I don't want to spoil who's in the crew for Noel, but he'll never watch it, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay, no, I was just fucking talking about that because I was at the gym with I don't know if Johnny's in chat right now, but I was just at the gym with him like earlier today, and he was like, yeah, I watch all your podcasts, like all this stuff, and he's like, I respect all your opinions, but he was like, yeah, but I really think Noel should watch One Piece though.
Yeah, you got to now, dude. It's like become your thing.
Yeah, and he watched that Full Metal Alchemist like review comparison video, and he's like, I get his point, and I agree with him that yeah, maybe like One Piece isn't always as consistently good as like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was, but he was like, there's certain arcs he was saying are on par with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but he was like, I still think that he should just watch the whole series to really give like the full true opinion on it.
Fine, I will fall into the watching One Piece. I watch it at my own pace.
Yeah, you got to take it at your own pace, but I guarantee you'll hit a point where you're gonna want to start binging it. 'Cause there is some arcs there are some arcs that are sick.
Oh my god, I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it.
Hey, you heard it here, guys. He's gonna do it.
Man, it's gonna be hard.
I'm gonna cut this part out and post it on Instagram and tag him so that way we hold him to it.
I'll do that. Please do that.
No, I think you got at least the whole cake arc.
Yeah. I'm on like episode 923, I think. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a couple weeks, so I'm probably like 2 months behind.
I mean, Noel, there's the arc, with Ace's death and
that arc's sick. That arc is actually real. The Marineford arc is
Marineford, yeah, like the Marineford, like that's something like I really like to hear your opinion on that, Noel.
Yeah, but there's definitely arcs like the Impelled Down arc that kind of stretched out for me, like when he's going I don't know, you remember that part, right, Eric, where he's like going down to the prison. Like there's episodes where he's just like running, like full episodes running around in circles.
How long do you guys think it would take me to, if I would have watched obviously if I watched the episode a day, it would take me like 930 episodes to watch.
Yeah, I did the math a while ago. It's like something like over a month of watch time.
Well,
I'll do it right now. I'll do some quick little rough math.
So if
at least quarantine for.
But also, Connor got me to, do an unboxing video. So I'm gonna do an unboxing video with some of my figures that I got. Well, I got one figure and I got more coming on the way. 'Cause I already opened up a few before Connor told me to do an unboxing video.
I need to do another unboxing video because I need to buy more of the little fucking Gretzko plush figures because I didn't get what I wanted, and I hope I don't get too many of the same duplicates of same less desirable ones. Because I'm thinking this time I'm just gonna order 20 of them.
I will preview one of the figures that I am going to be opening. If you guys are watching this podcast, this is one of the figures.
Oh,
yeah, man.
That's pretty fucking slick.
Yeah. All right, I did some quick math, Noel. If you watch it nonstop, One Piece during quarantine, it'll take you 13.8 days nonstop.
Just 13.8. Is that it?
With or without sleep?
That's watching 24 hours a day,
without sleep,
every minute. Like if you were to take no break, aw.
Yeah.
Well, your camera died. Okay, but you guys think we got enough? So we're watching. What is that? The 1 hour animation.
Yeah, All Saints Street. I think watch my video on it. My video on that just recently blew up. I don't know how. It literally, I got maybe 300 views on it for the first few months it was out, and then this month, it's almost up to 5,000, 4,000. It's It's getting really good reception too. And I had this video out for a while. And that was like actually probably one of my favorite little short videos that I did.
Badass.
I want to probably do some more like that. But yeah, now people are finally starting to recognize it, and YouTube just picked it up randomly.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna watch the first season of Haikyuu, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. You guys think we're ready for the closing of this episode?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll also start One Piece.
All right. This was episode 17, y'all. If you guys enjoyed, we spoke about the ending of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, and technically the ending of the anime as of right now. So, and we also mentioned a little bit about, Sanji, and we mentioned the animes that we're going to be watching for next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Justin Weebs, and peace out.
Peace out, guys.